Hi, I'm meteorologist Tom Atkins. Weather Academy for this week. The Atlantic hurricane season begins on June 1st, so we're getting close to that. So let's talk about tropical weather and hurricanes. And the tropics pretty much defined the area either side of the equator, from the Tropic of Cancer on the north side to the Tropic of Capricorn on the south side. This is the warmest strip of weather across the globe. And right now, as you would expect, it's quiet because the sea surface temperatures haven't really warmed up that much. So let's talk about how a tropical storm develops. One thing I want to get out of the way is hurricanes can be very destructive and very windy, but they are much larger systems than tornadoes. Tornadoes cover much smaller areas. They can still have winds over 200 miles an hour. Hurricanes cover much larger areas, and they can have winds approaching 200 miles per hour in the Category 5 storms. So how does it all begin? Well, first of all, you need a cluster of thunderstorms, usually that comes off the African coast, and they actually get guided from east to west across the Atlantic Ocean by the trade winds. So when you get them over the water has to be 80 degrees Fahrenheit for the process to keep going. So you got warm, moist air at the lower levels, and what that is good at doing is rising into cooler air above. And when it gets to those cooler levels, the moisture can't be contained. It has to condense out, and you start forming clouds, showers, and eventually thunderstorms. So the first stage of tropical development is what's called a tropical wave. Now, when you get more showers and thunderstorms and you start to get that upward motion going on, it can move into the stage called a tropical depression. All right, and you're starting to see a little circulation in here, as well as upward motion of the winds and the showers and thunderstorms. So at a tropical depression, you have to have sustained winds at 23 miles per hour. Minimal impacts, we have winds of 23 miles per hour all the time around here with thunderstorms. Now, the next stage, the third stage, is tropical storm status. This is where a tropical system gets a name. We'll get to that in a minute. But you have to have sustained winds of 39 miles per hour. So you get some damage. It's like a huge cluster of thunderstorms that are bordering on severe. Finally, the fourth stage is hurricane status, and the winds have to be at least 74 miles per hour sustained there, and of course they can have gusts that are higher. You got good circulation, dangerous winds, and as you got the name going here, you also bridge from a name to what's called the Saffir-Simpson scale, categories from 1 to 5 for hurricane damage. Again, major hurricanes are number 3 on the Saffir-Simpson scale, and that's winds around 111, 115 miles per hour and higher. That's more catastrophic damage. So that's the development from tropical wave to tropical depression to tropical storm, where you get a name, to hurricane, to perhaps a major hurricane. Now, as you look at the name list, this is very interesting as well. There's 6 years worth of names, and they get rotated in every 6 years, and they are derived of male and female names from 3 different languages: French, English, and Spanish. So this is the 2021 list of hurricane names, and ironically, or interestingly, they only used 21 out of the 26 letters of the alphabet. And last year, because it was such an active season, we ran out of names and we had to go to the Greek alphabet for additional names. Now here's the Saffir-Simpson scale. Again, you reach that 74 mile per hour threshold, you've got Category 1, and then you can see Category 2 after that. There's the Category 3, where devastating damage will occur. 4 and 5, pretty much off the chart. So first of all, for tropical storms, a little climatology. The tropical season begins in the Atlantic on June 1st. It peaks on September 10th, and it diminishes as you go into the fall. There are many named tropical storms. Some do not reach hurricane strength, so the amount of hurricanes is a little bit lower than the named tropical storms. That's a little bit about hurricanes, naming, climatology, and development. We'll be back next week with more Weather Academy.